Mom. Just wanted to let you know that I made it back, and I'm fine. The dorm didn't burn down. Flight was garbage. We were delayed 3 hours and had to switch planes because some fatty broke the plane. Good news, Blue Ladies killed it at the lacrosse derby. Derby ball this year is gonna be sick. The team is amazeballs. Mom, I gotta go. My roomie just came back. She's not feeling great. They think she has strep or something. I promised to go to the health center and pick up her prescription. Anyway, just wanted to let you know I made it back and didn't get murdered on the metro. Love you. Don't forget to listen to my podcast. Prof says I need at least 50 listens to get the extra credit. How are you holding up?
Fine. We're always stretched pretty thin before the new fiscal year. I just hope we don't lose that grant money.
You'll get it. I don't know about you, but the health center is basically at capacity. The strain this year is really bad.
We've definitely had an influx in flu cases, but the presentation seems off. Sarah's got us on a yellow alert.
That's normal. At this point, I'm just handing out hand sanitizers and condoms, hoping they'll be responsible and I don't run out of antibiotics.
Same.
Last thing I need is another chlamydia outbreak. These kids need to blow off some steam, but the derby ball always ends up with at least one kid in here with bronchitis or a broken leg because they're trying to impress some girl. I don't know if I have it in me to deal with that shit this year.
Could be worse. You could be handing out methadone because the clinic down the street lost its funding.
Yeah, never have to worry about funding in academia. Just getting the deliveries out to the boonies.
You've got a metro stop.
The only drugs they'll deliver on the metro, I'm not allowed to prescribe. Just tell me the truth. I fucking hate this rumor mill bullshit.
Sarah's talking about quarantine procedures, advising people to wash their hands and stay home if they feel sick.
I've got at least 5 cases that aren't responding to treatment. I'm running out of beds and asked the president of the college to evacuate one of the dorms to set up the quarantine and cancel the derby ball.
He tell you to go fuck yourself?
Called me a fearmonger. Accused me of trying to create a panic so I get a raise. Fucking academia.
Well, it'll come out of his bonus when they have to pay the wrongful death lawsuits.
As satisfying as the idea of that chucklefuck losing his job is, I'd rather not be toe-tagging my kids.
I get you.
You have any casualties?
First one, yesterday.
How old?
4. Little blonde girl. Mom's an anti-vaxxer. Thought kombucha and miso soup would cure her. When she finally brought her in, she'd lost 10 pounds and was severely dehydrated. Wasn't anything I could do. Her heart couldn't take the stress.
15 new cases.
The derby ball.
I fucking told him. You let them have a party. Kids who are sick as fuck will down a bunch of painkillers, smoke and drink until they feel good enough to party, and then infect each other.
We had to lock the doors and turn people away yesterday. 2 of my nurses are out. And the longer this shit goes on, the more I'm convinced it's not the flu.
If I didn't know better, I'd think it was smallpox. But that's fucking crazy.
It's not. That's what we're all saying here. That's the rumor Sarah keeps trying to kill because they don't want to start a panic.
We have to quarantine the kids and evacuate the school. We don't have the resources to deal with an outbreak like that. I gotta get this asshole to listen to me.
I sent some samples to the lab, told them to test for smallpox. Should have them back in a couple of hours. I can email you the results. Maybe seeing it on an official letterhead will make him listen to you.
Hey, Mom. So school is fucking closed. I did all those stupid podcasts for no reason. Finals are canceled and they ordered an emergency evacuation of campus. Last night I got kicked out of the dorm and moved to another dorm because there wasn't any more room at the health center. Roomie got to stay because they still don't know what's wrong with her. It's fucking scary. There's all these rumors going around, and everyone's afraid of getting sick. And now I've got a tickle in my throat, and I'm like, is this how it starts? Are they gonna let me get in Chad's car and leave? Chad offered to drive me back home. It's kind of nice of him, but also, after that shit he tried to pull freshman year, I don't know that I want to be in a car with him for 3 days, you know? Anyway, just wanted to give you a heads up that I'm coming home and that I need pozole. Love you. Make me pozole. Welcome to KenleyCast, the only podcast for and about Kenley College that gets you extra credit in your history and media production courses. This is Eve, and today we are talking about the history of Kenley. Exciting stuff. I know we've all heard the rumors about the secret society that constructed the obelisk in some of the buildings on campus, but what's the truth? Well, our beloved General Kenley was a member of the Golden Architects. He was the original owner of this land, and he did decree that the college be founded so that an education in line with the core beliefs of the order could be established for Maryland men, and the reservoir be built to serve the moral, intellectual, and practical needs of Maryland. Like, this guy super had a savior complex. And I know it was normie for his time, but that's totes sexist now. Welcome back to KenleyCast, the only Kenley podcast where extra credit is not only a bonus, but a requirement for listening in. As time marches on, so does the progress of time. Where were we? So yeah, Kenley. Not a bad dude, but also not the greatest. I mean, he's no Lincoln, and he's no Lee. And for an institution that didn't allow women until 1920, which, actually, that's pretty good. Like, that's 6 years before Sarah Lawrence was established. So yeah, good on you, Kenley College, for being ahead of the curve on that one. But yeah, the real reason they let women in wasn't because they were super progressive or anything. It's because they needed the money. World War I had, totally ravaged the population, and there were not a lot of dudes looking to get their education when they were worried about starting families. And those who were dealing with PTSD and the influenza pandemic that wiped out a lot of potential student bodies. However, there were a lot of spinsters looking to make something of themselves, and Kenley capitalized on this new demand for higher learning for ladies. In order to go co-ed, 2 additional dorms were built to house the new students. I mean, it was the roaring 20s, but it was still the 20s and way before the sexual revolution was even a thing. And it took another 37 years for Kenley to be like, no, we don't want to be associated with that creepy-ass secret society BS anymore. They wanted to appear more modern and liberal and tried to rebrand the college as a bastion for free thinkers and exploration. But there is still some really jacked up shit in the Student Code of Conduct. If you haven't seen the original charter and Code of Conduct shit, you should check it out in the library special collection. It's creepy as fuck. I mean, there's a section on how Puerto Rican you can be to be a member. What? Welcome back to KenleyCast, the only podcast that's still casting. I know we've talked about some of the weird shit on campus, like the obelisk. I mean, could there be, a more phallic symbol just hanging out in the quad? We get it. You are a men's organization. You need the penis beacon to light your way. It's just super weird. But, not as weird as the fact that there's, a church with a crypt on campus. Why is there a crypt? Who's buried in the crypt? Is a crypt without bodies? If the crypt doesn't have bodies, is it just a basement? And, if we get high as fuck and try to hold a seance in the church basement, is that, super weak sauce compared to holding one in the crypt? But it's weird, right? And, I've gone to the library and tried to research the shit, but like a bunch of the Golden Architect shit that's just embedded in the floor and walls, the college doesn't really want you to know about it. Oh, and the statue that's in front of the library, that, weird silver lady, you know why that's there, right? Some chick in the 70s got tired of staring at the big dick in the quad, and so she was like, we need a naked chick to counterbalance that shit. That's some white feminist nonsense. Not to body shame or whatevs, but just throwing a naked silver lady that blinds the fuck out of you on sunny days in front of the library does not offset the huge marble dong that you can see from space. And I swear to God, sometimes if the angle is right, that obelisk is right between her tits and she's grabbing it, and the mirror reflection titty fucking thing is so not what the artist intended. I probably shouldn't smoke and then record this podcast. Good thing this shit's not live.
I can't believe the JTF would just leave people to die like that.
Rumor is, it wasn't the JTF. Some group calling themselves the True Sun shut down the quarantine.
That's sick.
More like true assholes.
I wish there was something we could do to help them.
We've got the boats. When the next aid package comes in, we skim a little off the top and deliver it to the quarantine.
I don't know.
We're doing the right thing. We're not just gonna let those people starve to death.
I promise I won't miss the boat. I'll meet you at Pop Pop's cabin. I won't be late. I know you gave up a lot to make sure I had a way out of DC. I promise I'll be careful. I won't let you down. Love you, Mom. See you soon. Come on. You gotta let me on the boat.
You were late.
It's not my fault. There was a shooting, they blocked the road, and I had to find a way around it.
Yeah, that sucks.
Come on, I have to get on that boat. I promised.
You're not getting on until you pay the fare.
I don't have any cash.
We don't take cash. That's a nice locket, though.
I can't. It was my Grammy's.
Then it must be real.
Fine.
You'll want to hide your phone.
Why?
They're gonna search you. Take anything of value.
They already took my locket. I don't have anything else.
Your phone still work?
Yeah?
Then you have something.
This is so fucked up. I thought these people were supposed to help us.
I love you, Mom.
I love you too. Be careful.
You're not going with us?
You two take care of each other.
She's not coming? Why isn't she coming?
They increased the price. We didn't have enough to pay for both of us.
That's not fair.
What's fair anymore?
We've installed the lights. The cache has been vacuum sealed. We've even set up a negative air chamber between the vaults and the rest of the branch.
Good. Seems like you followed the protocol to the letter.
Thank you.
And what about your employees? How are they feeling?
Oh, fine. Well, I've got 2 tellers that have called out sick the past 3 days, but they're not the best workers. Pretty sure they're using this outbreak to score a paid vacation.
Have you sent anyone to do a wellness check on them?
No.
I'll send someone to check on them. Gonna need their names and home addresses.
Tim Beatty and Sarah Green. Addresses should be in their HR file. I'll get it for you.
Thanks. Good work here.
Hey, did you hear about New York?
What about New York?
The District Union branch in Brooklyn, they started burning all their cash.
Bullshit.
Seriously. They said it's the protocol.
That's such a waste.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, good opportunity though, huh?
Who's gonna know if we burn 4 bags instead of 5?
What the hell are you doing?
Refilling the ATM.
Did you even read the memo I sent last night?
I thought it was a joke.
It's not a joke. We've got orders from corporate to quarantine the cash and keep it in the vault until further notice.
Do you want me to count it first?
No. Just get that cash out of here. Do it as fast as you can, and make sure you're wearing gloves and a mask. How much do you want? 10,000? 20,000? Look, you can use the money to order more medicine. It's a win-win.
How much do you need?
6 months supply for a family of 4.
That's not how antibiotics work. You shouldn't be taking them all the time.
Fine. Then, 100 doses. How much do you want for 100 doses?
$200,000.
I'll have it for you tomorrow. I can meet you at the clinic. Give me the drugs, and I'll give you the cash.
You're hurting me. Jacoby, what did I tell you?
This punk robbed a pharmacy and killed 4 people.
That's bullshit. I'll take it from here.
Whatever you say, Captain.
Do you need a doctor?
Fucker tried to break my arm.
Do you want to file a complaint?
Fuck yeah, I want to file a complaint. Cops can't treat you like that.
Officer Jacoby will be dealt with. What's your name?
You can't believe what he tells you. I didn't do nothing.
I need your name for the complaint against Officer Jacoby.
Oh, okay. Zoe Addison, 2 Ds.
Thank you, Miss Addison. Now, tell me what happened.
I was coming out of the pharmacy and that fucker grabbed me.
And the 4 murders?
You can't pin that on me.
I'm gonna need to put you in a holding cell while we review the surveillance tapes. That should clear things up.
You can't trust the tapes. They won't tell you the whole story. I did what I had to do. I was defending myself.
Jacoby, I got another excessive force complaint on you.
Bullshit.
You almost broke that girl's arm. I know you're tired. We're all tired, but we have to still treat people with respect.
Sorry, Cap.
We can't afford to lose the public's trust.
Captain, how would you like us to proceed?
Do your patrols. Help civilians. Keep them safe. Arrest people who are breaking the law. If your life is in danger and you have to use lethal force, use lethal force.
And how will we know when it's okay to use lethal force?
De-escalate, disarm, and disable. Rely on your training and use your better judgment. And if you can't do that, then maybe you should think about taking a break.
And if I need to discharge my weapon, you'll back me up?
If it's justified.
We've got hostiles trying to break into the station.
There are too many entrance points. We don't have enough manpower to control them all. We need to fortify the theater.
Fortify.
Build barricades, set up perch points for snipers, close off exits and entrances. Make it a fortress that a two-man crew could defend.
Well, should I also set up cauldrons of burning oil and a trebuchet?
Oh, just get it done, Jacoby. You don't have to do this.
You left me in this fucking cell to starve to death.
Let's go.
Alex, you used to sing in the choir.
Shut up.
At the Church of the Epiphany.
I said shut up.
If your mother could see her little boy now, her little saint.
I ain't no saint.
You're better than this. I know you're not gonna shoot me.
You're right. I won't shoot you. I'm gonna leave you like you left my girl.
That's right. Ain't no one's coming to rescue you. Ain't no one left.
If you're smart, you'll kill yourself. I hear starvation is an ugly way to go.
Took you long enough. I don't work for you. How many people OD on your shit this time?
Hey, I'm not responsible for what people bring into my clubs.
That's bullshit, and you know it.
Oh, temporarily. You remember what happened last time.
Fuck you.
My boy is recording this entire conversation. You want to keep making threats?
You keep making spice, I'll keep making threats.
You're adorable, like a little angry puppy. Good thing the city put a leash on you. You might bite someone.
Good to see you're still alive.
Thanks.
When you didn't come in, I was worried someone took you out.
Nope, kinda busy here. We talk about this later?
You're orange.
Perceptive.
You go off mission. You're supposed to be red.
Guess that means I'm not off mission. You gonna help me with this spice OD or keep quizzing me on protocol?
It's completely safe. Just a little more potent than the last batch.
This shit is crazy. I can't feel my face.
You feel invincible, right?
Totally.
Like you could get shot in the stomach 5 times and still run a marathon?
Yeah. What did you treat this shit with?
Don't worry about it. It's safe enough.
I really want to fight someone right now.
Good. Then it's working.
So, we grow it, dry it, and then treat it with the chemical wash?
Yes, it's not that complicated.
But, like, what's with the lights?
Plants grow better when exposed to different kinds of light. And different colored lights have different wavelengths, which can impede or encourage different properties in the plants.
Okay, cool. So the EDM?
The vibrations help the plants grow bigger, stronger, faster.
Cool. But, like, how?
It effectively simulates wind, which causes the plants to fight against the vibrations. A little stress is good. Too much stress, and the stalk of the plant can break.
Are you a drug dealer or a chemist?
Yes,